Yes, we're back on 67 Hail Hail on YouTube. I'm Hamish Carton, David Walton here as well. We're going to chat a little bit about Celtic's magnificent home record in the league anyway. Jim Goodwin, after the victory over his side, St Mirren, on Saturday, said they put 4, 5, 6 or 7 past teams all the time at Parkhead. Celtic are miles ahead of everyone in this league. First of all, very, nice and refreshing to see or hear Goodwin speaking like that, avoiding the usual protocol of, Celtic and Rangers are both the big teams. He just said basically the truth. Celtic are miles ahead of everyone in this league.
Aye, wee bit different from what his pre-match comments were. I mean, he was saying, along the lines of, they've not beaten us comfortably yet. We're ready for the challenge. But that's sort of comments you'd expect ahead of the game. He isn't wrong. The home record's been incredible, especially some of the wins. You're looking at, as he says, 7-0 St Johnstone, 6-0 Ross County. You've got for the 5 against St Mirren and Hearts. A lot of big goal wins there.
Yeah.
We know the obvious one. Rangers won in there before New Year, but that's one game.
Token victory now, wasn't it?
A lot of nonsense, aye. So, listen, it's a terrific record. The home. I mean, how far back you going? Did we lost last night? Was it Aberdeen? Was it really as far back as that?
Yes, so obviously other than Rangers, and that was a completely meaningless game.
Aye,
in fact, we helped Aberdeen to finish second that
So
season.
what was the one before that then?
I think we had this conversation a few months ago, and I couldn't remember.
Aye.
I think, I could be totally wrong, it may be Motherwell 2015.
Sure, that'd be mental.
Because,
Regardless.
put it this way, that was Dyla's second season. I don't think we lost the rest of that season at home. We certainly didn't lose in the Invincible season, obviously. And Rodgers' second season was only Aberdeen that beat us. So
God, you might be right then, aye.
So you've effectively lost 2 games since 2015 at home, 5 years.
Stunning.
Crazy.
Absolutely stunning.
I'll give you the stats for this season. We've played 15 at home in the league. We've won 14 of them, obviously that one defeat. We've scored 50 goals in that time, which is amazing. 15 games, 50 goals. That's an average of like 3.33 or something. Conceded only 7. Only Rangers, Aberdeen, Kelly, Hamilton and Hearts have scored. That's 5 teams, so 6 teams haven't scored at Parkhead, which I think's pretty crazy as well, that we just chalk off these. It's not just scoring goals. It's not we'll score more than you. It's we'll beat you 4-0, we'll beat you 5-0, we'll beat you 6-0. The defence is doing the job as well. In terms of last season, we took 53 points from a possible 57. Aberdeen and Livy came away both with 0-0 draws under Neil Lennon. So it's a remarkable record we've got. And it's so important, isn't it? Because you look at the way the league title's gone, and if we didn't have that amazing home record, it would be a lot closer than it is.
Yeah, I think when we play at home and we win the game, there is a lack of appreciation for the result. I think it's very easily dismissed.
There is an element of fans that just think, you're playing St Mirren, you should win 5-0. I don't think it's as easy as that.
There's almost a lack of happiness that you've actually won the game and just in satisfaction instead. We've seen in the past, other supposed title rivals losing at home at the likes of Hamilton. So it shows you how easily it can be done. So I think when you look at Celtic's record, it can't be taken for granted. It's totally unreal. I mean, even down south, Manchester City, they lose games at the Etihad. You've got... granted, Liverpool haven't really lost this season,
but everyone.
But all these big teams do lose games at home. We seldom do domestically anyway. Yeah. Not ignorant to Europe, but domestically it's a fine record. And I don't think it gets as much appreciation as it should because of everything else that goes on in Scottish football.
And also everything this team's doing. I think when you look at going for a quadruple treble and you look at going for 9 in a row, it's easy to forget about the smaller stats. And
some of them
53 points for 57 last season. If we win our last maybe 4 or 5 home games this season, maybe probably 4. If we win our last 4, we'll beat that total this season. So it's totally remarkable to me. I think you're right, folk almost expect to turn up and at Parkhead and Celtic to win by 4 goals now. And it's not as if we've won every game like that. There's been setbacks as well. We've gone behind to Eamon Brophy goals twice against Kilmarnock, come back to win both games 3-1. Never in doubt either game. You never felt in either game we're struggling. Hamilton as well, you mentioned them earlier to do with Rangers, but Hamilton nearly got a point at Parkhead.
Aberdeen gives a wee bit of a blow as well.
Exactly.
Parkhead.
But score last minute against Hamilton, we always find a way. And I know we're playing teams who aren't as good as us and all of that, but we always seem to find a way.
Yeah, I mean, if Celtic win 1 or 2-0 at home, there seems to be you know what, almost not from the supporters, not from a lot of the supporters, but I think in terms of media, there's some sort of dissatisfaction at the way Celtic have went about their business, and that's for a narrow win. Christ knows if we slipped up in a game, the reaction would be. I've never known a country's football sort of society to get so wound up about a slip up as we do in Scotland, you know. So I think it's incredible, the pressure the players are under, the results keep churning out at Parkhead, the performances and the goals and the clean sheets they churn out at Parkhead. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is top stuff.
And obviously, as we were recording today, you know, the season ticket details have been announced for next season. Obviously, the main thing that the newspaper or the media outlets pick up on, the main thing the fans pick up on as a result of that is the price. And folk always look, you know, how much, what's the hike compared to last season. I don't think there's been an increase. I think it's just, you know, inflation kind of increase about it. But I think it's not really spoken about much is, are you giving your fans value for money? And these Celtic fans, other than one game all season against Rangers, can look at all the rest of those 15 wins and probably say, yeah, I saw Celtic win, I got value for money. And that's got to come into it when folk are buying season tickets next year as well.
Yeah, you know, I've got my own opinion on the pricing of football, and especially Celtic Park these days as well. But in terms of what they're providing as a product at Parkhead, it's very pleasing on the eye for supporters that are fortunate enough to have the money to buy these season tickets. Very, very costly products as well, the season books. So, yeah, credit to the players for giving the supporters plenty to cheer about this season. But you won't hear me say many good things about the pricing of football, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we'll steer clear of that for now. But put it this way, if you're a season ticket holder from the second season under Brendan Rodgers, and that was the notorious season when we dropped in so many points at home, I think of Hibs and various other teams, Rangers getting results that were just awful at home that season, probably because we were so far ahead. But if you compare that to this season, and you were to ask, you know, Canvas fans at April or March in each season, this season are going to go, 100%, I want to go back there because I saw my team score 5 goals, I saw my team score 6 goals. I think that's something that's really underestimated about season tickets and home performances. Folk just look at home performances and go, oh yeah, you won your games, great home record, but the fact you're entertaining your own fans every second week, I think is so important.
It's not obviously just that, you know, obviously when we do get these narrow, these tight games, we're winning them as well. And for me as a supporter, when they weren't winning 4, 5 or 6-0, I did love a right close game that we edged out. I think it's a great feeling when you're getting frustrated.
If you were to ask those fans who have season tickets this year, what's your favourite game been so far? A lot of them I think would say Hamilton at home.
Aye, possibly, because you think you've totally consigned yourself with the result being a draw, and you've got that late drama. And I think, you know, you always get a lot more frustrated and angry when we're about to slip up.
And the euphoria.
Aye, the euphoria, it's magic. So credit the players have dug in. They've done as much as they could to entertain at home this season. Here's hoping they just keep it going for the last few. Just
finally, impossible question to you, because I quite like to ask you those from time to time. Right. Why are we so good at home? Is it the pitch? Is it the size of the pitch? Is it just the team's so in tune with what they're doing? I think. Is it the opposition? The opposition come and struggle? I think a lot of it is the opposition. Inferiority complex? I do think so, I think Celtic Park has a fear factor that certain opposition managers and players like to pretend it doesn't. That went for a while under Dial, didn't it? It did. You had a lot of troubles. You had a lot of troubles in terms of general play against lower teams. But now you're seeing teams immediately park the bus. And you're seeing them sit 10 men behind the ball. The likes of Aberdeen are coming and doing it. So I do think a lot of it is that. But you have a point, because if these teams do come out, I fully expect Celtic to pick them off at Parkhead more than I would in away games. It's catch-22. It is. I think the size of the pitch probably helps as well. It's a big pitch. It's good for flair players. But it's always a tough question. I mean, that's not just related to Celtic either. That goes all around world football. Why are teams better than home? Why are teams better at home? It's always a big mystery, really, I think. It'll never really be answered. We've given it a good bash
Aye,
anyway.
give
I
that a
just
go.
thought I'd chuck you that hand grenade for a second, see how you dealt with it. Right, I think that's us for another show. As we say, we're going to then, from tomorrow onwards, ramp up the coverage in terms of Sunday's game. Or loads of really good stuff planned. The Lee Griffiths special tomorrow. We're then going to pick our team later on in the week, and also get some memories from Ibrox as well. So look forward to that. I'll give you the usual plugs. Twitter, we're at 67 Hail Hail. Facebook, the same. Just search that at the top bar. If you've not yet subscribed to us on YouTube and click the wee bell, that'd be appreciated too. And if you want to read what we have to say in written form, you can go on 67hailhail.com. Until next time, take care and hail hail.